welcome to PvP Play Symphony of the Night, Episode 3. I'm Demisi, and we are on our way out of the library. So now that we've got the Jewel of Open, we can head back to the Marble Gallery, and there's a door that we can open up, which will allow us to progress deeper into the castle. So as you can see, the biggest thing that will mark that is if you look right there in this, right over there-ish in the center of the screen, there's a little gray area. That is the door that we missed. So, because we couldn't open it, we couldn't go to that room. So we're going to go back there, open the door, and there's a switch, which will allow us into the big subterranean area that you can see is grayed out. Back off. It's actually one thing I want to do first before I go and do that is I want to hit the teleporter because it'll open up the earliest teleporter in the game, which is blocked off by a wall in the opening hallway. So by opening that, it will allow us to it'll get us a heart container, but it'll also allow us to traverse to that part from that part of the castle later. Oh, what? Now I'm cursed. Doesn't work. Yep, no rapier. It's alright. So, alright, we're gonna go up a little bit, back to the teleporter. I don't know why I didn't use it while I was standing there in the last episode, but c'est la vie. Jump, 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 jump. Right past me. So that's this bad boy. We'll head in here. We'll take this teleporter. Should take us to Horse, I believe, is the first one. Yes. And like I said, this is mostly just because it'll ease things up later by collecting this and hitting the switch. It lowers this wall. And so later, that'll be important because we're going to come from down below or need to get back down here quickly, and it'll just cut travel time. Would help if I'd stand in the right spot. Alright. So now we want to head back to, I mean, kind of. Yeah, we'll go back through this way because it is technically faster, I think. What? Where are you going? Oh! I'll get better at this. It's been a long time since I played this game. Well, not a long time, but a long time since I played it seriously, like, in an attempt to speedrun it. Like, I do have a pretty fast route, but like I said, like, I've discussed with Joe on the podcast over the weekend, is my idea of speedrunning is more 100% completion without glitches. So, like, I've never looked into that stuff. I literally just, like, tried to play through the game in a solid fashion as fast as I possibly could without actually making use of exploits or crazy skips. And I know that's not technically speedrunning, but it is something that I enjoyed, was just perfecting the game itself. And like, you just like little things like hitting candles at a run by jumping and timing certain hits. It's like, I'm sure that there's much more impressive and faster ways to play the game, for sure. But, I mean, like, this was the ways that I enjoy being good at games. Like, I guess you would say it's almost from an RP perspective as to how I approach most of the games. Like, I just want the character to look as cool as possible as they make their way through. And see, like, I'm not that great at it, but, I mean, that's usually my goal. Warp. There, now we opened. There were those, like, red blocks on the floor on the way up here. I opened those. So now I can go down here. I got a library card, which will teleport me back to the old man, and an attack potion, which does exactly what you would expect it to do. Makes you faster. No, I'm kidding. It makes you attack harder. So, we're gonna go... Oop, look out. Take down that guy. Ah! Bones! So, obviously that wasn't the one that I needed to go into. It's over. This one. Ow! Do you guys knock it off with the bones? You could say they've got a bone to pick with me. Lol. Alright. And now we are into the underground cavern. And I may have just screwed that. Oof! Poked me right in the dog dick. Me and my 21 hit points are going to limp in here to the save point for a recharge. That's right. Let's back up. Alright, so we're going to go this way. Holy water. Max. And a secret. A bandana. Gonna equip that bad boy. Protect sensitive head parts. Can replace my cool looking sunglasses. Which is funny because they look cool. They increase your defense, but they lower your intel. Which doesn't matter low in the game because, like, you don't use intel for anything. Oof! Alright. Ooh, nice. Magic missile! Ow! I should probably make more... Ow. Just took an arrow to the knee. I love the fact that these arrows have their own animation when you hit them. You actually break them out of the air. What is this? Oh, alright. Yeah, this is a life up. No secrets to be had here. I always wondered what these plaques say. Ah! My mushroom! Mushrooms! Drop through. Oh yeah, that's a thing. So you can drop through platforms by holding down an X. Not exactly a revolutionary thing for even platform games at the time, but something to keep in note. It will make platforming easier sometimes if you're going the opposite way through. Data saved. Alright, so I'm gonna go do this early. So I'm not going down there yet. Nope, I keep using the wrong one. Alright, so, vampires are water soluble, so gotta try not to linger in here too long. Is this the sword? No, it's down in the water. Lame. Alright, well, I'll come back for that then. Don't go in the water. It hurts like hell. Drains your health like crazy. Oop. Nope, did it again. Alright, I don't think that the shield helps here. Because I don't think that those count as projectiles, unfortunately. Ow. Ooh, nice, level up. Ow. Yeah, I keep doing that. I'm trying to soul steal. Oh, that was actually really good timing. Alright, I'll pretend I did that on purpose. Ow! Oh, I'm in bad shape. Alright, let's put on a potion. Heal myself. And we'll see if the shield actually does help a little bit. Now. Nice. Alright, so she was pretty soft already. I must have been hitting the hell out of her with those daggers. Alright, the only cape you will ever need. The Crystal Cloak. Because there's only like 2 capes better than it in the game, and it's see-through. So it just makes you look the coolest, because it's got this like cool like ambient purple glow. And it like affects your shadow and makes you even more shimmery. I just love the way this one looks. So this will be the last cloak I equip for the game. My scimitar. So that was the sword that I said I think was over there, and it was. So another 2 damage. If you want to risk taking the damage, like you can go over there and get it and then come back and go up, and you'll only take like 40-50 points of damage, but you gotta have healing items to deal with it. Because obviously, as you can see, that boss is not the easiest. Especially because I did her like 15 levels too low, because I think she's a level 25 boss. I can double check that later at the library, but like it gives you the level of the bosses, and like the level of the bosses is obviously meant to be parallel to what level you are when you fight them. So theoretically I did her kind of early. I mean, she's obviously right there and open, but like the layout of this area leads you going left rather than right. So, now that she's out of the way, now we're going to get back on track. Our little diversion is over. You know, like I said, the only reason I did that was for the, so, like, this is pretty funny. So, you can't make the jump, right? So, you're like, oh, I'll just push this box over here. Right? And then you get up here, and it's like, well, what do I do with this? These guys are like, get wrecked! Robble! 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 Alright, and you're like, ooh, water? What happens if I push the box? Which is just funny. Yeah, thought you were clever. Don't play in the water, kids. Right, I disequipped my knife for some reason. To put that shield on. Ugh. I keep going with up for some reason, and I'm not sure why. We kind of abused the hell out of these D-pads playing fighting games. And so, for some reason, it keeps registering up, even though I never hit up. I do have 58. Yeah, I'll play with that later. I don't know. There it goes. So that'll basically hit everything on screen up to like 50 times. And it heals you for 8 hit points every time it deals damage. So if you get overloaded, or there's a huge enemy, or enemies with multiple hit points, you can just kind of annihilate them with that. And it'll give you a crap load of HP back. Alright, so... oh, excuse me. So, this water will hurt you. Secret boots, these are funny, discreetly increases height. It makes you 1 pixel taller. Into the darkness. And that's why I didn't have any problem with taking the damage that I took, because I knew there was one of those down here. It doesn't help you jump slightly higher, unfortunately, so... yeah, this is also a cool effect as well, is that there's ice on the surface of the water, but it's thin ice, so if you jump on it, it breaks. Ow. Ow! I've been impaled. Those things drop 2 different items that are both really powerful. They drop the ice mail and the ice armor. Or the ice sword. Yeah, the ferryman. For some reason they didn't call him Charon, even though that's what he was called in the Japanese version. The ferryman of Hades. Ooh! Still drinking my coffee. So, the idea of this, I believe, is you get the item that summons him over here. Yes. So we get this. And now you're like, oh, what does that do? Well, if you look it up in the item description, it tells you that it summons the ferryman. And there's a spot where there's a dock, but he's not there, obviously, because he's here. So when you have this item and you go to that dock, he'll be there, and he takes you to the holy symbol, which allows you to breathe underwater and look suspiciously like a snorkle. Ah! Also, beware of the bats, because if they knock you off, it's just bad news. And you take a crap load of damage as you hop your way through the water. Like this. Alright, we made it. We're good. We're good. Oh, that's right. I can't even get back over there. So, because of that waterfall, I can't even get back up. Which is why I had said earlier about opening up the quick route with the teleporter. Because we're going to come out of here just underneath the starting area. Whee! Some nice lighting effects for 1997. And so this is what I was talking about. So this is the underground path that Simon takes through the intro area. Like you can see it, right? So in Simon's, you come down here, and it's a straight walkway, which you can see it's broken away. You can see all the decay. But you get over here, and there's a wall, which was here for Simon. Now, Alucard is a vampire, and thus overpowered, and can jump over it, whereas Simon's like, like, that's his jump. So you jump down here, and you make your way through the water. Which actually makes me wonder, if I duck here, does it spawn a crown? Probably not, that seems silly. I think, what, this is a clock? I can't even reach that yet. So, now, we'll head, and again, there's enemies all over the game, like those wargs from the intro that were in this area. Again, this is a throwback to Castlevania 1. This is literally the same route that Simon takes into the castle. So it's a route that pretty much everybody takes into the castle. This is one of the few stable things is the entryway. I got that. Why wouldn't I have gotten that? Alright, so we keep going this way. And just as a point of reference, nothing says fear me like a head on a pike. $50. Oh, so here is the shortcut I was talking about. I'll warp back over to the Scorpion. So obviously there's going to be retreading in these games. Actually, I wonder if I should have done straight up into the alchemy laboratory. It's been a while. I don't think I have my route down anymore. But it's all good. We'll be fine. Ooh. Pelvic thrust. Jump, 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 jump. Diplocephalus. So I'm going to drop back down into the caves. Because I want to get the holy symbol, which will allow me to explore some of the water areas down there, just for some upgrades and stuff. Get some map completion going. Can't physically, which the reason I was thinking maybe I should have went up to the cathedral first. It's because I should have went up and gotten the double jump, so that way I could have finished this area while I was back in here. But we'll deal with that as we get to it. So there are short ways through. Break that. Oh, she dropped ice cream. So, by having the item that summons him, I can now summon him here. I'll take you somewhere interesting. Bang. Bang. I'll get that on the way back. Low ceiling. He just like grind his skull against the top. When we get to the end, it's just a torso rowing the boat. Whoops. Yeah, see, because if you don't have him, that wall doesn't open, which is why you can't come this way without him. You get sealed out. The holy symbol, which looks suspiciously like a snorkle. So, now I don't die in the water. So, we will pick it back up next time on PvP Plays. I'm Demisi. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Catch you later.